Welcome to Echo English, where stories become your path to mastering English. Today's story is more than just words. It's a journey of secrets, memories, and one man's mission to make peace with his past. So get comfortable, listen closely, and enjoy every moment of this immersive English experience. Let's begin. The Lighthouse Keeper's Secret. On the edge of a small coastal village stood an ancient lighthouse. For over 50 years, it had watched over the crashing waves and guided ships to safety. The villagers rarely visited it anymore, but they always saw its light shining through foggy nights. The man who lived there, Mr. Elliot Gray, was known to be quiet, gentle, and full of mystery. Every day, Mr. Gray followed the same routine. He woke up before dawn, lit the great lamp, checked the machinery, and brewed tea in silence. His only companion was a cat named Nora, who followed him everywhere. Though he lived alone, the lighthouse never felt empty. Memories seemed to fill the walls. One rainy morning, a letter arrived, rare and unexpected. It was sealed with red wax, marked only with the initials JG. Elliot opened it with shaking hands. Inside was a short message. "I'm coming. The time has come to tell the truth." Elliot sat quietly for hours, staring into the sea. He hadn't thought about Jonathan in decades. They had grown up together, worked on ships, and built the lighthouse's systems. But something happened that tore them apart. A secret buried in time. 3 days later, a boat approached the shore. Elliot watched through his telescope as a tall man stepped out, gray-haired but familiar. Jonathan. He climbed the rocky hill without hesitation, as if he'd done it 1,000 times. Inside the lighthouse, tension filled the room. "I kept your secret," Elliot said. Jonathan sighed. "But it's time people knew. She deserved more." A name hung between them, Elena, a woman they both loved, lost in a storm long ago. Jonathan pulled an old leather journal from his coat. "These are her words," he said. "She wanted you to know she chose you. It wasn't your fault." Elliot's hands trembled as he opened it, tears falling silently onto the pages. That night, Elliot didn't light the lamp. Instead, he sat outside with Jonathan, watching the stars. The truth had hurt, but it also healed. They spoke like old friends again, remembering Elena not with pain, but with peace. The next morning, Elliot wrote a letter of his own. He told the village the truth. He stepped down as the lighthouse keeper, handing the keys to a younger sailor. For the first time in decades, he was free. Though he no longer lived there, the lighthouse still shone each night. But now, it wasn't just a guide for ships. It was a beacon of truth, memory, and forgiveness. The villagers began to tell the story of Elliot Gray and the secret he finally shared. Thank you for listening to today's story on Echo English. We hope it helped you learn new words, understand English more naturally, and enjoy the power of storytelling. If you liked this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with friends who are learning English too. See you in the next story.